welcome back to part 2 of tonight's episode of Blades in the Dark. So, I believe you have an idea of what you want to do. And it has something to do with heat.
Yep. Yes, we're going to try and reduce it.
It's getting hot.
It is getting hot.
It's getting very... What are you on?
We are 3 wanted level, 7 heat. So in 2 heats time, we will be at 4 wanted level.
Max.
At which point, it's like...
To put that in perspective...
It's execution.
Yeah, when you get arrested, it's either life or execution.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what would likely happen after 2 bombs. Basically.
I mean... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
They can pin it on us.
If they can pin it, yeah, it's what you prove.
And that's what we're working on. So, I am going to...
You have 1 downtime left.
I do have one downtime action left. I don't think we're going to need any assets for this for the score we discussed, which we'll say in a minute. So I'm going to spend a bit of time healing.
Okay.
I accidentally cut my palm during that last score, so
quite deep.
I'm just going to get bandaged.
In the shape of a 5-pointed star.
Yeah, I'm just going to get bandaged up.
Cool.
I'm going to go to
Dr. Flint. Yeah, he's there. He's very eager to help you after being arrested and losing the skull.
Quite. Well, now that we may talk candidly, do you perhaps know where it has gone?
No, one of the blue coats took it. They absolutely one of the blue coats got it. He could recognise the blue coat. He reckons he could find him. And that's definitely an option. If you want to go looking for it at some point, he's very happy to help.
Cool. We would appreciate that. How many dice do you roll for?
2.
2 dice?
Your tier plus 1.
So for healing, that is a 2-6.
I
crit on healing.
That's amazing.
You fully healed then.
Ah!
Of all the things.
Of all the things to crit on.
2 dice.
Why?
2 dice crit on healing.
What is this?
Wowza.
Of all the things
I mean,
to crit on.
that's better than critting on stress relief, which I do nearly every week.
Just because you roll 4 dice, that never crits.
Well, I no longer have a cut palm. It heals unnaturally fast.
Yeah.
Weird that. I don't know. I
I told you he's really eager to prove himself.
Yeah, I hate this game.
You can't even carry it over because you're fully healed, right?
Yeah.
There's literally nothing to carry over.
Yeah.
Oh man. 2 ticks wasted. Oh no, a tick wasted to be fair.
1 tick.
1 tick wasted completely. I crit. Oh man. Wow, that sucks. But hey, you healed.
Yeah. I feel great.
I mean, it's not like a coin to burn. Oh wait.
Well, no stress, no harm. I'm actually pretty very good to be fair, so...
Yeah, no stress. That's pleasant. I bet that is
That's a
pleasant.
good job. We're probably going to be doing a social score today, so I will be
what are
keeping
you
my
doing?
mouth shut. We once knew a judge. Well, we still know him. His name is Marcellus Beeching.
Yes.
We were in words with him at the Centuria Club.
You've done work for him before.
We've done work for him before. I can't remember how he helped us before.
He's the one that got us the list, right? The
Yeah,
military
yeah,
documents.
Oh yeah, so we could hire some cool gang members.
He was one of the judges presiding over several of the arrests and trials of the military. How you got to so Mad Jane?
He's the reason we got Mad Jane, so I'm not sure if we should help. We should thank him, but you know.
I know how he's going to help us.
Okay.
Because he was a military judge.
He was. He is.
And the Grinders are a notorious Scov military based.
Paramilitary, yes.
Paramilitary, but many of their members have previously been in the Scov military.
Yes. Including the Hutton.
I say we try and put them down for historic military war crimes. Bring up some old evidence. Perhaps go digging in some archives and bring out some information about
tonight's score.
Yeah.
Book reading. Are you excited?
I mean, that's how he can help us.
I look in my book, Doskvol, a military history, to see what crimes they could have.
That's literally what you've written. I'd like to think you'd rewrite the book now and be like, it's all in this book. All in this book. I might have wrote it, but I am an unbiased source.
The evidence is all there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how he potentially could help us. I'm not saying that's how he could help us.
That makes sense if we can find something like that.
I don't know. Like maybe he's got any work for us, but he's not retired actually. He's active, isn't he?
He's active. Yeah.
I think we need to talk to him anyway at least.
And you killed the guy for him.
Yeah.
He didn't ask you to
Didn't
kill
ask us
him.
to
He just said he said what return the call, and next day he didn't turn the call ever again.
But we know he's
Effective.
in the business of paying people to do work.
Yes, he is.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So perhaps we should just begin the score like that, just like take him to a room with the two of us, and just start from there.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
I would like to
Sounds like
gather
a game.
some information about him before we go in. Some
Certainly.
more information. I mean, we probably had done
Okay.
before, but like I'd like to gather some information about him.
Certainly. What action do you take to gather your
I'm
information?
going to do a study, so I'm going to read over some of his past court cases
Okay.
and maybe some of his plaudits or like negative things about his, stories that have been written about him in the papers and stuff like that. Basically,
Okay.
have a bit of a dig through the archives.
Cool, yeah. So make your roll.
It's going to be a study roll,
Yeah.
and it's a gather information, so there is no position or effect. It's just we get 1+ when
Do your score.
gathering
Information.
information about the city's elite. 3D.
5 was good.
5.
5 was good. So 5 is you get complete information, I think, and follow-up questions are allowed. Standard, you get good details. Clarifying and follow-up questions are possible. Cool. So Marcellus Beeching, military judge. Let's look at his record and his history. What is he known for? What type of cake does he like? What's his favourite colour?
I think these are the important questions.
Those are on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Marcellus Beeching, a corrupt judge.
I'm betting red velvet.
Judge.
Oh, Red Velvet's horrible, Such a horrible cake.
Marcellus seems like the kind.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Black Forest Ghetto. So, Marcellus Judge. So, he is known for delivering extremely harsh sentences.
Sounds good.
He's the kind of judge that when other lawyers, defence lawyer come up against him, he's the one they don't want to get, one of the ones they really don't want to get. Some of these rumours are because he is paid to do so.
Mm-hmm.
They are, of course, unfounded, completely unfair,
Yeah, he never paid us.
Of course.
accusatory slander.
Yeah.
That's what someone would say. Being a military man, he has also been extremely lenient on Acrosian military personnel, it seems.
Like it.
Very possible.
The two of you would get along famously.
The impression you get from this guy is someone that it's... You follow the rules and you're fine. You cross them and you know the rules. You know them. So don't cross them.
Oh, this is well postulated. If we can like seed information about a act of terrorism on Acrosian soil, surely he's got to come round to our way of thinking if we've got good evidence of who's done it.
Yeah.
You get the impression with this guy from what you read is that it's the end just by the means that he is the law. It doesn't mean he's going to follow. That's the impression you get from all your dealings with him. Is that he paid you. When he spoke to you, his justification was, I know this guy's guilty.
Yes, yeah.
And I think he's going to walk.
Yeah.
So I want you to get his lawyer out of the picture. So he goes down, I can sentence him. This guy deserves it.
Yeah.
That was justification for you.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of those people that, is it justice? Is the law justice, or is justice justice? Is that sort of his like philosophical arguments kind of thing? And he's written several papers. You've seen this before, or when you was locked in him in the past, on what is the nature of justice, what's the nature of law. He seems someone who's a bit fed up with the system. I've just seen on the vault box that he's got a label maker and it says $.
$.
It's someone who does what he can to fix the system as he sees it. It's definitely do as I say, not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's very, very lenient to the Acrosian military because he obviously has ties to them, and he's extremely harsh in all the sentences.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's what the impression you get from him. Is there any clarifying questions or anything you'd like to follow?
Any clarifying questions? So he has pro-Acrosian sentiment.
Seems so.
Yeah. Okay.
At least anyone in the military of varying backgrounds, but if they've served in the Eruvian in the Acrosian military, regardless of background, they seem to have been relatively let off.
Yeah, I think I remember you saying that last time as well.
Because last time you looked at it, there was a couple of scovs on there, or was a Scov on there who you were like, who you would not hire, but had been let off relatively easy as well.
Oh right, okay.
So he doesn't seem to harbor anything against race or person.
Yeah.
It's the military seems to be the one thread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
military.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of other ones who aren't military, if of the sentences, he often gives maximum.
Has he had any recent like high profile cases or anything like
The most recent one was a murder
that?
where the defence lawyer did not show up.
Yeah, I remember that one.
What a shame.
Yeah.
Did that defence lawyer ever turn up?
No, he didn't. He leaves behind the wife and the child.
Glad it's not me.
Yeah, no, he never turned up again. And there were rumours that he's been, paid off to leave the city, or something more untoward happened to him.
Okay.
Investigations into his death did not, into his missing person. His wife privately funded it. Did not yield many results.
I mean, did she check the canals?
Would you like to find out?
No, I'm not
We can
good.
definitely look into this. We can definitely roll.
No.
But last we heard, there's nothing that come of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the one we put in the
sewers.
sewers, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because we were playing around with the hatch in our carriage.
It's like the
Let's just leave the question now. His body was never found. What happened to it?
Yeah. Did the Death Seeker crows never? Well, either way.
difficult to find in the sewer.
Well, I mean, not particularly. It just probably suggests that somebody else took it. Which would mean the spirit's not been destroyed.
Right. Shall we?
Sure, that's fine.
Shall we jump into the score? Should we just say
I think we just
we'll
jump
arrange a
into the score.
meeting?
Yeah.
We'll see what angles we can play, and we'll use flashbacks to sort of gather information that we might have needed to
resistance
prepare
rolls.
before. I'm not rolling anything. I'm going to leave it all up to Merrick.
Until you start getting paranoid.
Yeah, and then I'll start asking questions about you.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, we're ready.
What do you mean? How long can someone go to jail for, Merrick?
So are you coming along as Lafayette?
Yes, Lafayette.
So I guess the way I see this happening is we've got ourselves a private room at the Centralia Club, and
Okay.
We'll leave him a note
Yeah, leave him a
saying
note.
Nita's is here. We've got some important business. You may be interested.
Thadeus from Marcellus, it's been many weeks. We'd love to hear from you again.
Yeah.
We've got something important note, something you must think, okay, yeah.
Meeting in this
Do we
room
want-
this time.
Do we want to bring Crab's Skidditch? Or is it too... No, because we're going to be talking
Not
about...
yet.
No,
yeah,
okay.
Not yet. I think we need to tell different things.
Yes.
Is the thing.
Okay. So, what score are you doing?
It is a social score.
What is your point of detail?
It's connection, and our connection is Marcellus Beeching,
The corrupt judge.
the corrupt
Who
judge.
he does not believe is corrupt.
No. He thinks he's the good guy.
He does think he's the good guy. He has the high
As do
ground,
we.
Anakin. The moral high ground.
That scene in what's it called? Where he,
Star Wars?
No. yeah, there you go. Have that one.
Oh, God. Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
Great reference
Yeah,
there. Great reference.
Yeah. Like
What film was it? What film was it?
I
Really can't remember.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I'm lost now as well. Okay, cool. So, what load are you taking?
Light.
I think like
We're going business casual.
yeah. So that gives us 4 to play with.
It goes you for business casual.
I'm wearing... you've got...
What downsides did the walkie-talkie have? Did we discuss that?
Oh, we did last time.
It's quite big and conspicuous. It's quite big.
Yeah, that was it. Conspicuous.
Conspicuous. Oh, so was that an extra heat? Was it conspicuous?
No, not that. Not yet. It's just hard. It's just big and bulky, I think.
Okay.
To be fair, it would probably count as a load. That's
Yeah,
how
yeah,
big
no,
it is,
I'd
That's
check
what-
it
that's
off
what
as a
I was
load
wondering, that's what I was
if we
wondering.
need to use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think next upgrade will be like headphones.
Yeah.
1 dice for sheer luck.
I love that. Yeah, 1 dice for sheer luck.
And we'd be rolling 0 dice if it wasn't for that. A lot of the time.
So, 1 dice for sheer luck. Any major advantages? You know what? I'll give you the next dice here that you know you've done work.
We know we've done work
You've done
before,
successful work from the key thing here.
Yeah.
Is your plan bold and daring? You know what? I think 3 dice on this one. If you spill it now, that's the roll. I think 3 dice is.
3 dice?
I think 3. You definitely play into his sentiments. So I think it works. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're meeting him in a familiar and safe location, the Central League Club, where you have...
Where we already have established
yeah,
personas.
exactly. And you have some friends there and you spend a lot of time there. So, you're plus for credibility.
Is this a first? Is 3 die our max?
I'm sure we have done a 3 dice one before, but I can't remember.
Did we do that last week? And
In fact, you rolled dice each, didn't you? And then you rolled another one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we didn't do well last week on 3 dice.
So, we cut to the scene where you're in the Central League Club. You
Yeah.
are sitting in the private room while Thadeus comes in. How is he? How does he react to your opening statements?
It's a 6!
Yes. You're in a controlled position when the action starts. So, what do you say to him? What is your proposition?
Cigar. That's what I do straight away.
A cigar.
I go, cigar.
And he will take one. Definitely. Yeah.
That's how it's a control position.
Yeah.
He wants
That's
a
the
cigar.
first challenge, done. Your control position's been lost. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll keep smoking my cigar.
Thadeus
until you
is
decide what to
he's like nervously ticking smoke. Like, he thinks he's relaxed and he's totally stressed.
do.
We, oh my god. We need to discuss a certain matter involving a military case. Is that what I'm saying?
Another one. Excellent. How can I help such esteemed patriots?
I'm sure you've heard of the unfortunate incident in Crow's Foot.
He leans back and takes his drink in hand and spills it.
The act of terrorism on our home soil.
Sees eat you greatly.
It does.
Yes,
Well, you know I'm a military man.
I do. Yes, I recall.
You know, Merrick's wrote some great works about the.
Oh, indeed. How is your book coming along?
Very well. I indeed have a copy of it here.
Oh, nice.
If you wish it, absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah,
We-
military history.
You've probably heard in the news that the
Back to you.
Scovs have been blamed for this.
I have read the papers. Yes, I was trying to try and keep up with what the ink rakes are writing in the daily editions.
What are your feelings on this, Marcellus? Sorry, Mr. Beeching. Your Honour.
He likes that. It's definitely, he definitely responds in that kind of respectful, I'm a judge, even when you're not in the courtroom, he definitely responds to that. Well, and he likes the fact that you're like, what do you think about this, Mr. High and Mighty kind of thing. He's like, oh, well, yes, of course you would ask me, that kind of attitude. Are you writing this? Is this for some studies, or are we off record, should I say?
Off the record.
Well, my honest thoughts are it's rather stupid. I mean, what do they hope to achieve?
Probably
Death of innocence.
Yes.
I mean, I understand many of the Lamb Blacks, the local gang there, were consumed in the blast, but I mean, violence begets violence.
very true.
This is how you intend to persuade a nation, a city that's opened its arms to you of your intent.
I don't think they have any intention of persuasion. I think they mean to spark war.
I agree, but I think all they're doing is rallying the people against them.
Quite.
If you were to start a war, you attack those who would hurt you back. These people have no threat. If you go to do a real bomb, thank our military men, our boys in blue, for keeping the important part of the city safe. White Crown, Bright Stone, keeping them safe. But yes,
Can we do a flashback?
yeah, of course.
I've got sort of like a good idea, which might make him a bit more open to like helping us. I mean, we already know that he's got the idea that when you know that someone's guilty, that they should be put away, and there should be no limitations to that. How about if we can convince him that their next move is to hit a high-profile target like, like the Manor House or like the university, or like Lord Strangford's estate or something like that. Like
Yeah.
that's their next target. That was just a tester.
Yeah.
That was to test the water because that's an easy target. Whereas their next target is going to be something like Crowsfoot Police Station.
I mean, we
or
can,
like
we can
Brightstone
point, we can
Police
point
Station.
to the Hawth explosion, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah. We say we feel like they've got something to do with that. We'll try and do it on that, and we'll try and say that we know who it is, and we need them to be put away and stopped before anything else can happen. So we'll go
Yeah.
at that in that sort of manner.
I'll lean in slightly, and
Yeah.
I'll say they are reckless scoffs. They attack, and I am not comfortable in a city that is under attack, and that is why I want to see them put away, as it were.
Certainly.
And I don't think there's any
You have to
devil
look at the
in it.
riots and what they did. I mean, they are
course.
violent person, violent people. I mean, this is absolute racism at its best here. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
this is awful. But yeah.
Can we make a roll
Sorry.
to try and convince him that we know who did the attacks?
So he is controlled.
And
You are in a controlled position.
I'll assist Merrick by basically tapping the tier 3 book slowly, like I guess legitimising his academic prowess and his background basically.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
I've done much research in writing this book, and
Investigative journalism, come on. Yeah.
I've done much research in writing this book, and I must say, if they want to bring us to the verge of war, I say we need to stop them now.
Yes, make your own.
I want to make a... We're kind of being friendly, so it's consort. I kind of see consort or sway for this one.
Yeah, you mean he's not particularly against this. You could try and sway him because he's neutral, or you can console him as a friend. It depends if you want to convince him of your argument, or lean on as a friend and go, "Come on, you."
The way I see it so far, though, is it's been a little bit conspiratorial.
Yeah.
Do you know, in the
Yeah.
fact that we're letting him in a secret
Yeah.
amongst friends, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
I don't know how he sees it. Is it
Yeah, I think
like-
actually so. But again, I think that you could either sway it like, come to our side, we're all part of the same team.
Yes, yeah.
Or you could just sort of go and look, we've done work in the past, we think this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think either way works. It's if you fail, it's what it,
Yeah.
consult might damage the friendship, sway might put them in a more firm stance,
Yeah.
argument, opposition. Depends how you what you want to risk as well as what you want to achieve.
I think for Merrick's stance, it makes more sense as a sway.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to influence opinion
Yeah.
at this point.
Controlled standard.
So I get an extra dice for the assists. Yeah. So 3 dice. 5.
5. You do it with a slight consequence. His consequence is he wants to know more, much like your friend. That's interesting from your book. So, what inspired you to write about this?
Well, personal fascination.
I've told him a lot of stories as well. You know, a lot of them needed to be substantiated. You know.
Are you in the book? Oh, is it the history, of course.
Yes.
There's
I'm not in it.
It's not Thadeus' war stories.
My
Lafayette. Lafayette. Yeah. What do you know?
And I'll flip the front cover open, and I say, yes, I'm mentioned here, and it will say like, with thanks for Thaddeus Clinker, but it was also and Lafayette Darrington like below,
Like handwritten.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He's like, oh. Okay, excellent. So.
All we need is someone to guide the process, shall we say, to make sure that there are no snags in the road.
Certainly. What evidence do you have of this, their guilt?
We know where the bomb shop is.
With that, like, his eyes going to go wide, and he leans back and I'll finish his drink.
And we know how they transported the bomb
Indeed.
to Akros
How do they do that?
via ship
Bruh, from overseas.
from Scotland.
Lockport, no doubt.
Yes.
Do you know the name of the ship? Its captain, its crew.
Yes.
How did you come across all this information? It's fascinating.
We've been motivated to help protect the city. Given that we live here, we felt we owe it as a duty.
Excellent.
I had
If only everyone had such attitudes.
15 years in the military. I've fought scabs on their land. I won't fight them on ours.
I think we need to make a roll here. Yeah, to see if you've convinced them a little bit on the it's them. Now you're trying to substantiate it, right? You're trying to back it up.
I think we'll do a group action as we've both been chatting.
I'm going to lead the conversation group action. Yeah,
Does it
makes sense.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm leading the conversation group action.
I think we're now more consulting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done this way, and I think it's more the group consort.
Yeah. So I got 1 dice.
I think it's still control.
Can you lead?
I will lead. So I get 3 dice. That's 1, 5, 6.
I got 1.
So I take a stress.
Yeah. But you get a 6.
But we get a 6.
Nice. So is your harsh words are translating.
Well, my friend means to say.
Yeah. Literally now, properly, yeah. And soon after you find yourself nodding, he's nodding along with you and going, oh, he's asking quite pointed questions, and you're like, yes, exactly that, and tying it up on a nice neat little bow for him in a package. He leans back and he's very thoughtful, like, oh, yes. This is most fascinating. Yeah, the Hutter is quite the firebrand. He's quite a talker. Well, if there was some way where we could catch them in the act, I imagine by the time we send the blue coats get around there, the mum shop will be long gone. This captain needs arresting before he leaves port, of course. But he's still here. We can perhaps any proof of his involvement. He might be the weak point, you see. If he has no close ties to the gang, he might be the one that could be turned against us and to provide first-hand information.
Quite.
Yes. I feel his men won't do so, and his men are known to be quite loyal from what I hear. Have been quite a challenge in getting the enemy behind bars. They do not like to speak of their fellows.
Yes, they're quite savage.
Perhaps this ship captain is not made of such strong stock. That might be a way to proceed.
Flashback.
Yep.
I mean, we would have discussed the possibilities of maybe the ship captain, because obviously we've already tied him in a little bit.
Yeah.
If we can scare him to the point of, even though he's not done anything, if we can scare, we've got evidence in his place at the minute anyway. So proceeding a blue coat raid on his cabin, like if we can scare him or blackmail him to the point where, he can act as a witness in the trial, I think that will definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Be a good way to get one of the grinders behind bars. Yeah. I do like that idea, Mr. Beeching.
Yes, you see, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Right.
Which is unfortunately the case in much of the law. So,
I think we can speak to him. I think we can bring him around.
Yes, perhaps if his civic duty will convince him to. So perhaps he'll feel some guilt for what he's done now that he's seen the savage repercussions of his actions.
The blue coat raid will have to be quick after we talk to him, in case he hides any evidence and
Indeed,
rides his ship out of town.
We don't want him to flee the city.
Exactly. So it'll have to be timed well. We'll be in touch though.
Indeed, well. So it's good to hear from such well patriots of the city.
It's always a pleasure.
Raises a glass. Doskvol.
To Doskvol.
To Doskvol.
I realise he's got no drink in him. Then puts it off.
Another
yes,
cigar.
of course, yes. And as you guys sit in there, the open fire, which is an interesting thing in the Century Club, It's almost like it's logs. You see, draws your attention, especially Thadeus, as the logs, as the fire crackles and burns, and one of them shifts with the heat, and it almost seems to fall like a grimace in the fire as the flames lick above it.
I hate it.
We are being watched.
100%. I'm going to throw water on any fire. Right. What do you want to do then?
As long as your paranoia shifts over to fire rather than Merrick. Right, so I guess we need to pay the captain visit.
Yes.
Okay. So same night, next day. When do you want to do it?
Hmm.
Same score, essentially.
Same score,
It's the same lead on what we're doing at this time.
Yeah. I think it would be like obviously we want to arrange the blue coats for just after it.
Yeah.
They'll probably give them time to sort that out next day maybe.
But I think we need to. Yeah, you're right.
Cool. So, how do you want to do this, in the words of Matt Mercer?
So, are we going to just go in there and basically intimidate him? Or are we going to get some dirt on him
I always feel like getting dirt on him would be the easiest way.
and then intimidating him?
Yeah.
And then basically raising the floorboard and showing him where he's kept his money and his note?
I probably want the blue coats to find that, right?
Yeah, exactly, but
Let him know it's there.
let him know.
Like that. We put this here. We know it's there because we put it there. No, you know it's there.
We'll give him like a map, basically, with various spots marked off on the city, and one of the spots will be the bomb shop. As if they've been moving it around, maybe like they've had to keep some of the implements, in certain different areas around.
Yeah,
Coleridge.
just a few more incriminating
Yeah,
documents.
something like that. Is that something we can prepare?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any stress for that? Preparing a sort of like a bomb lab map, if you like.
Yeah, you won't stress. Figure it out properly.
Okay.
Yeah. Me too. Like, to actually taking the time to actually done it and worked it out.
I'll
So
take
you need to get some pop bits of the city to work it out. But yeah. not too
Do we
much.
need a roll for it? Study?
For its quality, it'd be a minimum tier to get it. You would need a minimum tier of 2, I think, to make it look reasonable.
Okay, I'll study. Got 5, so that is
No
normal.
tier, yeah.
And I'll spend one of my red coins, I think.
A red coin.
A red coin.
Okay.
To.
It's hard to par with it.
I don't know what it does, so I'd rather know what it does and spend it.
Cool.
How can we gather some information on this guy? Or do we just straight up threaten him?
I don't have any idea of how we could gather information on the guy. I mean, what do we know about him? He's a ship, just ship captain.
Yeah.
At the moment.
How did we find out about this ship? Did we just look
It
through
was
the
recently out of
logs?
Lockport.
Oh, it was recently out of
You wanted one
Lockport.
that was recently out of Lockport.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got some information on him anyway. We know he's recently out of Lockport. We know there's sentiment there. I guess we could hire someone to gather some information on him.
Yeah, do you happen to know any personal investigators?
I'll have to look into my diary. I'll have to look into my filer decks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, can we pay someone to gather some information on this guy? Maybe if he's got a family or
Yes, absolutely.
or I'll go to my old friend. What's his name?
Holtz Claymont.
Holtz Claremont.
Yeah.
I'll go to him and I'll pay him a coin
Yeah.
to do some research into this ship's captain. Just anything about his family, where they're based, any dirt really on his
Certainly.
past. Any
2 dice.
Good.
Gather information roll.
2 and a 1.
Fresh out of Lockport.
Fresh out of
It's
Lockport.
hard to get too much about any most of what it looks like he's based there rather than here.
Okay.
You learn that he's from the Dagger Island, I think it is. Just gonna double check where he is from. I think it's the Dagger Isles. He's from the Dagger Isles. His name is Niall Pordrig.
I mean, we don't necessarily need dirt on him. I think if we just go in there and beat him up, we've already got incriminating evidence. Like, we can already blackmail him with that.
True.
Maybe.
True.
So I think we just go kick down doors, bring our thugs.
Okay.
Sally. So, how do you want to do it? This poor captain.
Does he spend much? I guess we'd watch him for a while. Does he spend much time at his ship in the captain's cabin?
Yeah, it does look like a ship's going to be here too long. Looks like it's unloaded a lot of Leviathan blood, which has been refined from Lockport. It's not a Leviathan Hunter, it's a transport one. So it's one that's bringing whatever the Leviathan guys can't carry or can't for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's bringing from Lockport. Like the Leviathan ships come in seasons.
Yeah.
These are the ships that do it all the time, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, so they have a stockport pile in Lockport, and then they refine it all year round.
And this is one of the ships. Basically, it's almost like a trawler. It's a transport ship. It does the same journey back and forth every couple of weeks. Probably spends at most 2 days here. Gets over here, drops his stuff off one day, fills it the next. It's back out there. Sometimes you look at it, and if you've got logbooks in this past when you're looking for it, it's sometimes spent 3-4 days in port. Looks like the weather's particularly bad. Or it looks like maybe some of the guys are on shore leave, but for the most part it's in, done, off. Give the crew a couple of days on shore leave while half of them work it, half of them don't, and then vice versa at Alport. So if he's been here one day, he won't be here much longer.
Okay. Is it particularly busy on the ship?
In the day, it's definitely busy. Yeah, they haven't got the luxury of wasting time. They haven't got the money to just sit and dock. They are working men, working women.
In the evening?
In the evening, it does quiet down in the evening, so...
Yeah. So I say we just, us two just go on, and then, I can leave, the walkie-talkie with the thugs, and I can call them on if they need to.
Yeah.
Come here.
Give me some backup, some muscle.
Who do you leave it with?
Tombstone. Not Tombstone, Mad Jane, yeah, she's leaving.
She's like, what is this?
We're going to hear some songs over it soon.
I'll start singing
What is this?
I'll start singing an old Crozian nursery soon. I say, what do you think?
I mean, this is fascinating. I mean, what is it? How'd you make it?
I'm going to be turning mine off until I need to use it, because I don't want Mad Jane singing songs in my pocket.
Yeah. Oh, we go marching down the valleys up there.
I think we just stroll on, basically, like we own
Walk on the ship like we own the place.
Yeah.
What time are we doing this?
I'd say evening.
Yeah.
So the twilight of the shattered sun, the rough embers in the skies, they begin to dim for the evening, and the dark grey becomes black as the night begins to take over.
Yeah.
The electric lamps and gas lamps, depending where on the dock, depending on how good the establishment is lit. You see a lot of the crew come off the ship and start, wiping their brows, rubbing their hands, clean what they can. A few buckets of water kind of washed, and they start heading into the town, for eating and drinking, revelry, gambling.
When it gets to the point where there's pretty much nobody about, then we'll just walk onto the ship and just go to the captain's cabin.
Certainly, and he's there. It looks like he's doing some. Accounts or notes. He's probably first in, last off, that kind of guy. He's the last one to leave. You did see a couple of other figures on the ship, but you avoid them. They're mostly at the other end or walking around. He doesn't look like he's on his own.
Right.
But he's, as far as he's concerned, he's gone off to the hide. It's 6 p.m. Ish.
Okay.
Why? Let's leave security. Guys, just finished the shift.
I will take my cane and knock on.
Yeah, you hear a voice say, "Come in."
Open.
Yeah, you see him side on it. If you recall, it's not a very large cabin. Definitely a working man's one. And probably not much bigger in this room. And he's just at his table, and you catch him at the side, so he has to turn to his left to see you.
What's his name again?
Niall Pordrig. You know the Dagger Isle pronunciations and spellings are very different.
Yeah.
So in the Crozian tongue it's Pordrig. The way of actually spelling it is like Padraig. But yeah.
I'll just walk in, go to the side. I guess you go on the other side, and I'll say, Mr. Pordrig, I presume.
He immediately goes to stand up and not recognising you.
May we request an audience?
Well, this is most regular. Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold out your hand.
I'll do no such thing. No, I do not know.
I'm
You leave this room at once.
gonna try and command him.
Okay.
When I say hold out your hand.
Go for it. Risky standard. He does not know you. He might react violently to this. Or at least defensively. Oh! Interesting. You said you definitely commanded him. You threatened. You've got that tone of voice. You know, just like that. He just reaches into the drawer now and just pulls out a pistol. And he's not aiming at you, but he's got it ready.
I'll hold up
Like
one.
he's not trying to escalate the situation, but it's that I'm ready to. You know, I'm not going to be. This is not. You're not walking in here and doing this to me.
I'll hold up one hand in like a feigned show, like I don't know, surrender, I suppose.
Yeah.
And in my other hand, I've got like a swab, basically, and I'll say, "Do you know what this is?"
No, I don't much care. Get out of here now before I put one of these bullets into one of you. You've not answered any of my questions. I don't know who you are.
I want to just.
And he waves at the gun.
When he waves, I want to just take my cane and I just want to whack the pistol out of his hand.
So nice.
I feel like it's probably skirmish.
Quick skirmish, yeah, man.
That's not good.
Risky standard, I think, to see if you can do it before he.
Do you have a devil's bargain? Otherwise, I'm going to take.
Yeah, I got one
push.
for you. Yeah.
Is this Merrick's attempt at de-escalating this situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit a moment he's got a gun. Soon he will not have a gun.
Hit with a cane.
As you
De-escalate.
draw that cane, you can run your hand on the blade to react quicker and feel a surge of energy. Of course, it needs to tick on the clock.
No, I'm just gonna.
You feel that pull though.
Yeah, I feel the pull. I'm gonna ignore it. I'm just gonna take the 2 stress so that I at least have 1 dice.
Did you feel the pull? You not sure? No, you didn't feel that.
No.
Why would you do such a thing? You don't feel that.
No, that's stupid. I'm going to skirmish.
Risky
It's a 5.
standard. 5, you do it. It's like an unscript.
Just bring it right down on the gun.
What about a shot goes off, like into the floor, so there's like noise and someone might be
Yeah,
alerted.
that works. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And maybe you can do a clock, like
Yeah, that
all the
works.
other members are alerted.
So yeah, you bring it up. I like that. I think that's awesome. Yeah, you bring it up. You bring your sword, cane up and over, and you clack that. You know, you smack the pistol out of his hand, but not before he does get a shot off, and it rings through the small room, and it's loud. So it is bang. It is loud.
I'm really going to kick it away under a table or under a bed or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever there's in the room.
Okay. So he's been disarmed. The shot's gone off though. You imagine that's probably been heard. These breaching pistols are loud.
Yeah.
Do you talking?
We merely wish to talk
He's got like a steel in his eye.
face
now
to
as well.
face
Yeah.
as gentlemen.
Kind of gentlemen coming here, not saying who they are, brandishing short swords and making threats.
I'll give you my name. It's Lafayette Darrington.
What does that mean to me? What do you want? What are you here for?
You asked.
And he's going to stumble his words a little bit now. He's definitely got his back up. Like he's one of those guys in fight or flight mode. He's got a fight mode. Which is probably why he's a captain.
Try and calm him down.
Yeah, I wanna like try and convince him that like try and calm him down by like being non-threatening and just like it's okay, just like
Hush puppy.
just take a seat. It's fine.
Whoa, baby
Don't
child.
get you a drink.
Whoa.
I would like to roll my sway to try and
Certainly, what'd you
de-escalate.
So what do you say?
Um,
Or is it just tone of voice you're talking, that kind of thing?
I think tone of voice as I'm talking. It's just like
Why don't-
just try.
Just as a flashback, why don't we say we're like investigators working for the government? Undercover.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I will say that then. To de-escalate the situation, I will say that we are here investigating on government work. So this is a sway.
I would say now that's going to be. Oh, you know what? Actually, I was going to say desperate. Right, I'll let you choose this. I'll let this be desperate, great, or risky standard. Because desperate that you might not have believed you. Because why would you do that? But then risky as well because other than government spooks, who would do that? Right? You know?
It's gonna be desperate great.
Desperate great.
It's gotta be desperate great.
Can I help in any way?
Trade in position for effect.
I'm taking that experience.
I don't think I can.
Desperate great.
My only thoughts are... No, go for it.
It's gonna be a sway. That's
Yes!
2 and a 6.
Yes! I thought that was a 1 number 2 and I was like, oh my god, I was like, it's on now, like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's on.
Things about to go.
Yeah. And he's like, why didn't you just say so?
Look, we didn't pull a gun on you. You pulled a gun on us.
He sits down in the bed now, like, kind of nursing his hand, where, like, you've cut out and you've obviously cut his wrist at an angle. He's like, yes, but you didn't just walk into places like you own the place.
There is some, well, I'm sure you've heard about the recent attack in Crowsfoot.
Yeah.
You've been in town long enough for that.
But of course, I mean, everyone's talking about it.
But of course, you were here just before that, right? That's when you arrived.
When your point is, and he's not liking where this is going.
I'll put my hand out and I'll say, may I swab your hand?
What on earth is that?
It detects powerful traces of powerful explosives.
Well, we deal with Leviathan, blood and electroplasm.
That's not an explosive. I'm talking about gunpowder.
Don't you need a warrant for one of these things?
Look, I've got a warrant and I'll flash some documents and see.
It's Chinese takeaway menu.
I will have prepared a warrant in advance. I'll do a flashback and I'll have a warrant. I mean, is that sensible to assume that going into someone's place that you need a warrant?
Yeah, I mean, you've had it done with you enough times.
Exactly. Well, yeah. Exactly.
You know, I'd say that right. You can do this. You can either do one and roll for it, or you can take 2 stress and get a tier 2. Or you can take one stress and roll for it.
I'll roll for it.
You're rolling for it. Okay. So,
what am I rolling?
What action would you take to get a warrant?
Well, I've seen enough warrants, so I'll study
Yeah.
the warrants I've seen and attempt to replicate.
So yeah, your attempt to replicate. You're not paying someone to do it.
No.
You're doing it, which is why it's a roll.
Yeah.
It's a little good in the hood, baby. Yeah, it is.
A 5. So you've got a tier 1 warrant.
Yeah.
So now you've got a tier 1 warrant. We need to roll to see how much you believe that as well, because it's a tier 1. And he is a captain. He's got some idea of legal document. I think it's going to be a desperate standard.
Is that desperate for anyone who does that action?
What do you mean?
Because I've got the warrant,
Yeah.
but can he do the talking? Or would it have to
It's
be
the
me?
warrant in particular that he
Oh,
wants
right,
to
okay.
check. He's like, all right, you let me see it, kind of thing, or he'll try and read it.
Okay.
So, it's how do you get him to back off from reading the warrant, or if he's having a look at it, do you want to try and distract him with intimidate him with talk so that he's not paying full attention to it? He's a man of letters and words. He runs a ship. No matter how small, he still runs a ship, so he'll have some knowledge of, if not the law, but legal documents.
Okay.
He was writing when you come in after all, and you've seen these ship documents before, and there's a lot of red tape around them.
Unless you want to do something, I'll jump in at this point and I will just get right on his level and go, look. The Doskvol is taking this matter extremely seriously. If we could just at least eliminate you as, in our investigations, then we would be most... things would go a lot easier for both of us.
It's for the swab.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it'll be an assist.
Okay. And I don't know what role it would be. I'm guessing it's a sway to try and convince him that...
It's not... You don't even look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all that, or you can look at it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to distract him.
Exactly what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's an assist. I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As Merrick's talking to him, he's
Would you have to make a roll for the This?
No, I think it's
Okay.
it's a set up then. Probably set up then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it jumps in. Is that fair? I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Desperate standard.
I like this.
It's a level with a tier 1 warrant. It's Thadeus' scrollings all over it. With like, I imagine like he's not even used a ruler on some parts of it.
Be quiet. Yes.
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 Today's a good day.
So like, he's like, as you're talking to him on his level, like he's looking back at you and he's trying to read the warrant, but he's not really giving it his full attention. Like the fact that you've got it and it looks semi-official. And it's
I just keep bringing the swab closer and closer to his hand as well, like as he's doing, like putting him under pressure to read. I'm like just bringing it closer and closer.
I got you.
Just like I'm about to take it out of his hand and just like bringing it closer and closer.
He's like, oh, I mean, what does this even do? Does it hurt?
No, I'll swab your hand, and if it shows red.
Why have you got a swab? Just out of game, why have you got a swab?
It shows up traces of explosion.
Alright, Grissom.
I think that's sensible that would exist.
CSI.
I think that's sensible it would
We're
exist.
going to do a Blaze in the Dark hack for fucking CSI.
We've got a drug which
I do
allows
a
you to
study
recall
roll.
good memories.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
Instead of leech and like rape, you're gonna have like, you know, blood analyzer.
yeah.
Detective.
I mean, yeah.
Good idea for a game, actually.
I mean, I assume this swab. It's not actually a swab either. It's just gonna.
Oh
go, it's
no!
just
Like
gonna go red.
I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna put it in a little jar, and it's gonna go.
We
red.
don't need any science here.
No, obviously
it's just gonna go red.
It's just gonna go red. Like that's what it does. It's
just
like
gonna go red.
it's like in the vial there's like a little bit of red dye or something like that. Like you literally just put it in red dye. And it's like oh, that's all right.
We don't need it to work.
No, like it's like a clear liquid in the vial. So I swab his hand. Put it in the vial.
Yeah.
It comes up.
Yeah.
I go over to his wardrobe.
Yeah.
Swab some of his clothes. Put them in. Comes up red. And I lay them all out on his desk in front of him like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just tutting. And I'm just shaking my head. I'm going like this.
Okay.
I take another swab out.
Yeah. Oh, is someone go blue?
And I walk over to the gun.
Yeah.
Like, get it out from under the bed with my foot.
Yeah.
Swab the gun. It goes into the vial.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn red. And I put that down on the desk and I go, that's how we tell the difference
See,
between...
I was about to say that he's like, of course, I'll just find a gun.
Yeah, I'll say it. That's how we tell the difference between powerful explosives and the other sort. How's this happened, mate?
I honestly have no idea what she's talking about. I mean, we transport goods, so perhaps... I'm beginning to sweat a little bit now because something was there. I mean, what... Am I under arrest or something?
You're in trouble, yeah.
By now, one of his crews come down, and he sees you guys in the doorway. He just goes, "Captain, is everything all right in there?"
I was looking at him.
He goes, "Yes." He looks at you two. Just stay close by, just in case the gentleman needs something. And you guys see him in the door. He's just sitting there, kind of leaning against the wall, just crossed armed, and just looks at you two. Clearly sensing something's not 100% right with his captain.
Well, we know that the explosive was transported from Lockport, and this evidence certainly seems.
What do you keep talking about explosives?
Conclusive.
The evidence is conclusive.
No, the evidence isn't conclusive.
Excuse me, we're speaking. Are you done? You may speak.
Well, the evidence isn't conclusive because there's no explosives here, so what on earth are you talking about?
This
And there's red vials.
This shows presence of explosives. We've backtracked. You know the bomb that went off in Crow's Foot? We've backtracked it to here.
This
We
is
know.
absolute horseshit.
We know what you've done.
You're not pinning us, I didn't do anything. And I have got a whole crew that'll testify to this. No, I've had enough of this now. You can take your files, and if I'm under arrest, you can arrest me. Or you can leave the ship. You can leave my ship now.
You will comply with us. You're a small fish. We're after the big fish. If you help us, you won't go down for time. You'll go down for months. Not for your whole life. Are you willing to help us? Help you?
You have to make it obviously he's not gonna believe he's a proud man.
Okay.
We're doing a little like good cop bad cop thing.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
This is gonna talk us way out of the situation.
I've got my vials.
As if you had them. Certainly. What role are you taking here? You're gonna have to try and convince him.
I guess I'm doing good cop, so I'll try and consort with him to bring him around to our side of thinking. You have been sort of like more of a bad cop.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I would say
it's not. It's really not looking good.
You can make it. It's your choice whether risky or desperate. Depends on how much you want to push this guy. But obviously, the bigger the.
I think to start, I'll just go risky.
Okay.
To kick it off. Is it risky?
Risky standard.
Risky standard.
Yeah, he's willing to listen, but he's not. He's definitely more of a fighter. So, I mean, like emotionally and willpower, a fighter. He's not just going to like let you walk all over him.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So you might convince him, but yeah, he's not kind of guy who would take his chance. So when you go like you say you'll go down for months, he's like, I've done nothing wrong. I'm not going down for anything. You know, if I'm going to go down, I want to see it proper. That's it. That's the vibe you get from this guy.
Can I assist myself?
No, I think it has to come up from someone else.
Right.
But you can set yourself up.
Oh, can I set myself up?
How?
I get out the map
Yep.
of locations.
Yep.
And I put it down on the desk.
Yeah.
And I'll point to an X on the dock where his ship is currently, and there'll be like a line drawn between like the ship and like one of the bomb sites.
I will give you the like that's like the minimum amount. I mean,
okay.
No, you get it fine. It's just funny, but he's like everything you've done to set it up. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Does that do anything? Like I don't know.
Well, fine. That will be perfectly how would you roll.
Is it greater effect or?
No, extra.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. 4 and a 4.
2 4s. You do it a slight consequence. He's like, what do you mean, jail time? What's this? This has nothing to do with my ship. You've got the wrong.
Look,
this is not right.
You've come here transporting goods from Lockport, right?
Yes, we do every 2 weeks.
Of course. Well, I believe that accidents sometimes happen, and maybe there was something on this ship that you didn't know about.
Well, if there was, I did know about it. No, I did not.
I do not believe that you should be the one to go down for that, but I am not the one that makes the rules.
We all make mistakes.
I didn't transport any explosives.
You didn't knowingly do it, maybe. I don't know. You may have knowingly done it. All I know
I
is...
didn't knowingly do it because I wouldn't have done it. And he's floundering now.
I think I wanna like keep trying that tact and consort to try and like.
His willpower.
I'm trying to be friendly.
You're his willpower.
I'm trying to be friendly with it. Like, is there a chance that it could have been somewhere in the hold? You know.
Yeah,
it's clearly been in this area.
It's not like he's outright denying it now. It's more like that denial before accepting. He's like, no, I couldn't have done it. There's no way I've done it. No chance. And you feel like, okay, you're around it, but you didn't know about it. Like you said, what you're saying seems to. Let's see how much of an effect it has.
Okay, it's gonna be a consort.
Risky standard now. He's getting there.
3 dice. 2 and 4.
We shouldn't let you roll 3 dice. That's too scary.
I'm not good at 3 dice.
3 dice down. Not anymore. Except when you play Stone Age.
Yeah.
It's like,
deck builder.
And he's kind of like, you can see he's getting more and more under pressure. He's coming around to your way of thinking. Slow going, but he's getting there.
Look, we're not after you. As I said, we're after the bigger fish.
One of his men outside now chips in and goes, "Are you saying the captain did something? I'm telling you, that is a good man." And he starts interjecting now to back up his captain, which is the consequence.
Look, I'll turn around to the sailor, and I'll say, "You don't want to get involved. You're going to want to leave now." And I'll try and command him to.
Okay, so yeah. Risky standard. It's nearly controlled, but it's his ship.
Okay.
He doesn't know you.
Captain's in trouble. Get out, please.
He squares up to you
Okay.
before backing down. And you feel like as he begins to kind of take a few steps back, you feel, and he looks back, you feel like that's not the last that I've seen of that guy.
Oh god.
Like he's gonna go away, and maybe he's simmering. He's
Yeah,
simmering.
yeah.
He's totally he's simmering. Yeah. Kind of guy. If it was a night out, he'd turn up an hour later drunk and hit you. That kind of. You see like his pride's were, and he's listening to you. Like yeah, it's like a kicked dog right now. This guy. But yeah. For the most part, you seem to have gotten. For the moment, you seem to have pushed him away.
So, what sort of state is this guy in? Is he willing to listen to a plan?
Yeah. You get him
we say.
You've definitely set him up enough now to.
I mean, we all know who the culprits are here, right? The grinders, clearly
His eyes go like
revolutionary.
the idea that he's been associated with, like a criminal gang.
We have no desire to see them make another attack on this city. We just need to connect the dots, as it were. I think at that point I want to make a roll.
Yeah, sure.
Probably a sway to bring him
Yeah.
Is this to bring in the details of we want you to basically witness having had a deal with
so we'll kind of talk a little bit about the details, and maybe they've seen the grinders in the area, stuff like that. Start planting ideas in his head as to what to say.
Like Hutton has asked you to do this, hasn't he?
Yeah, sure. Make
Very,
it
very leading questions, while he's in a mentally vulnerable state.
And I'll keep interjecting stuff like, your safety will be assured. You'll be put in a witness protection program and stuff like this. Scroll, even though I'm sure no one has heard of any sort of program like that.
It's like witness protection. You'll be safe. Don't worry.
Witness protection. Exactly. Nobody knows about it. The safe is.
Yeah. That's how safe it is.
Alright, sway roll, 2 dice,
Yeah.
position effects.
Risky standard.
Risky standard. That's a 3 and a 2.
3 and 2.
Resist.
Probably. Let's see what happens.
No, I think he's going to agree with you.
Is there any consequence? Though?
There's totally a consequence. He's probably not
resist
gonna
it
say
anyway. Just resist the consequence, no
I
matter what it is.
telling some bullshit to the
I've seen that look in Matt's eye before. This is coming back to Haunters, so resist.
He's like, you seem to have browbeaten him enough to agree with you.
Okay.
How long he will stay that way, you do not know.
Okay.
When, outside of the room, time to think, not an emotionally vulnerable state anymore. Some more questions asked. You feel like I don't feel like he's not swallowed the lie. He's swallowed the circumstance, not the lie.
Resist.
I'm gonna resist it.
Resist.
I want to resist it with my resolve, I guess.
So you want to resist the idea. You want to break down his resolve with your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get him to the point where he's not just saying things to get rid of us. He's actually believing it.
I mean, he believes it now, but tomorrow.
Exactly. If he's had some time to think about it.
Wait a second. That didn't
properly get into his head.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Make your resistance.
So that is 4 dice for resolve and 1 for force and fire.
Feels good.
It's
1 stress.
4, 5, 3, 1. So yeah, 1 stress.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, you feel good.
Good. Okay.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, so I'm just making notes, sorry.
As I walk out,
Yeah.
I'd like to loosen the floorboard.
Yeah.
In which I deposited the money and the letter.
Yeah.
So just loosen it so it's sticking up a little bit more than it was before. So the blue coats have like
a better
chance of finding it. Basically.
You're confident if someone's turn up the room upside down, they're going to find it.
As I'm walking off, I just without turning around, I say, "Well, the blue coats should be here soon. Obviously, we were never here to make such an arrangement." And then I just walk off.
I'll slowly pick my vials up, put them in my bandolier.
And you leave him in a very worried and confused state. Yeah.
That's exactly what we were aiming for. Confusion.
Can I? Where's the other sailor?
You don't actually see him. He has kind of gone off.
Could I survey the ship to see if I can see him on the way out?
Yeah.
I feel like I just want to slap some handcuffs on this fool and throw him out.
Yes, you want to try and find it?
Because I feel like he's going to cause trouble otherwise.
We're not actually blue coats. You realise that's right?
I can be whoever I want to be. I'm Lafayette,
Oh,
motherfucking
God,
Darrington. Merrick has taught me one thing: I can be whoever I want to be. Like,
Paranoia, man. You can hear.
Yeah.
survey the ship. Yeah, paranoia. Yeah, as well.
What's your standard?
A 1.
I'm going to say limited effect here, that you don't see him. It's 0 effect.
I'm paranoid.
You feel like, as you're looking down it, you feel like you see him looking at him, you're like, I see him there, and then it's not him. And you look elsewhere, you see him over there, and you realise, oh, these sailors look similar. It could be any number of them.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll.
What happened to the Cobra dice?
I decided they were OP and didn't bring them anymore.
Okay.
Lots of cobras.
Yeah, I can bring them back out.
Awesome.
We need them.
So as you leave, the captain of the ship in a head and hands, quite worried that he's going to be going down with something he has absolutely no idea or any involvement with. I think that's where we'll cut tonight's episode, and we'll see how that plays out in relation to the grinders and your heat next week. See what
Hopefully.
Marcellus and the Blue Coats do.
Was it a successful score though?
We'll see what tomorrow.
We're gonna wait till next week.
We'll see next week.
Okay.
We'll see next week to see what the effect it has.
Okay.
We'll see how much heat gets reduced.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Hopefully a couple wanted levels down. That'd be nice.
I'm gonna get that GTA cheat out. L1, L1, L2, L2.
Yeah, if you go to
left,
if you
up,
go,
down, left,
if you
right,
go
up,
to,
down, left, right.
If you go to 5, that's when the villagers start chasing you. Just start chasing you out the street.
They bring helicopters and
Yeah.
everything.
Thaddeus is just like spinning round like in a
Right,
circle
yeah.
at the minute, like jumping. Cheat coding. Okay.
Awesome, play back those guys. Do you want to do your experience now?
Yeah, we'll bash it out.
Cool. So we'll do feel free to hang out after the credits. We'll spend a few minutes go to talk through tonight's episode. We'll go through the experience. Next episode will be next
Sunday.
With the score going live next
Monday.
Cool. As is our usual circumstance.
Schedule.
Yeah.
Usual schedule. Thank you.
Plays every Sunday and Monday. Why do you
Yeah.
forget this every week?
I don't. I like to have you. I like to involve you
okay.
in the release of it.
I'm involved. I feel special.
We also have a new show, Guildhall, coming at you every
Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Thursday.
and that is why we let you can answer.
And we also Betrayal
Have
Legacy.
another new show, Betrayal Legacy.
Betrayal Legacy. The prologue is now live.
So
So
you
we're
can
live
actually
on Wednesday.
watch the three of us play through Betrayal Legacy.
Yeah, we had a good time, it was really fun.
It's a good fun. Dan has done some amazing editing, and you can actually see the tiles, the cards, and things. What we really wanted to involve you guys in this as if you're there. So it's not like you're just watching us play the game. It's you will see the minutes on the board. You will see the tiles on the board. You will see
even the card, like card text and card art and stuff like that. It's all on there. Like really.
Obviously,
really,
there are
really
some
impressive.
spoilers, but because it will be your own game, maybe if you haven't got the player or you've already played it and you want to see how the people found it. But yeah, check it out. See what you think. I think it's good fun. We had an absolute blast playing it. I do think it was. I think you'll enjoy it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Well, let's see. We'll see you after the credits. But until then, from the foggy streets of Doskvol, we'll see you in the dusk. Good evening.
Sayonara.
Goodbye.
Change. We fall again.
Welcome back. So let's do tonight's experience.
It
Who's
is
go first?
me first this week, I believe. So, address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. There was a bit of that at the end with my swabbing idea, I suppose.
Technical skill, yeah.
I don't know, like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
made into the whole scientist, leechy, engineer.
That was so funny that.
Sort of.
It just goes red.
Yeah, I'd say 1 for that. And,
Yeah, I
and
think
I
so,
had a
yeah.
shot at dude as well. So.
Yeah, you definitely got a bit of chaos. You're like, he's breaking the door, I'm shooting him. Like, there's 20 of them I'm causing. I want to. And you threw a grenade. Like,
I
definitely
mean,
mayhem.
there's plenty of technical skills. Right? You've crafted a lot of items.
Oh yeah,
today.
too. Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely,
items today. Like you crafted the walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
You crafted the warrants.
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
that's
Been a lot
more
of technical
studying, but yeah.
I think so, I think so.
agree.
I think 2 for that.
Fair enough. I got 1 desperate roll on my resolve
desperate,
Yep.
for a command, which went well. I don't know. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. There was
a
a bit,
lot about scarves.
Yeah, there was a lot about the
And
scarves
the military.
and the military, like.
I think several times I was in the military.
Even our alter egos, I think, when you're playing a certain character, which is Lafayette Darrington in this case, like, we played off each other quite well, like, when we played the book and stuff like that, there was quite a bit of that, so, I don't know.
Look, my name's in the book. I was in the military, don't you know?
Don't you know I was in the military?
Yeah. I mentioned I was in the military too. It's like, from Only Fools and Horses, but during the war...
I'd say 1, personally.
Fair.
And then I'd say 1 for the trauma as well.
Paranoia, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Even at the end, just walking around, where is he?
Yeah.
That's 5 total for you.
Yeah, 4 and then 5 for the desperate. Yeah.
So, Merrick.
So I got 1 desperate roll.
Nice.
Address challenge with deception or influence.
Yeah, too. Got a lot about
A
tonight.
little bit.
Merrick was lying for his teeth for everyone.
Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Wasn't really much in this one. I think we're very much in a Thaddeus arc with the whole scoff stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel too bad about it, not picking up on anything there.
Yeah.
Issues from your face or traumas. Obviously, there's one from.
Yeah.
Some bad stuff's happened. I need to find a new place to gamble.
Oh shit, yeah. That was bad.
That is a problem.
So yeah, definitely 1 there.
It's going to be a clock next week.
Cool. So that's 4 for me. I will sign those 3.
Background, it was the right, or mine's more deception, I guess, wasn't it? Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. I do think 1 comes from there, just from the alter ego you've got. I do think 1 there,
Perhaps so, actually, yeah.
because the
I
whole
don't know.
thing with Ibrahim.
Wait, how many did you get for the first one?
2,
And how many did you get for the second one?
none.
No, 1, definitely.
Definitely
For
1.
the,
I
for
think definitely
the
1.
sign thing that added a lot of flavour
Oh,
to the character.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
the sign.
And
Yeah.
Merrick's just told me, I think it's definitely 1 there. I think you're selling yourself short.
Because that is a beliefs drive.
Fair
It's
enough.
like,
Yeah.
it's very business-like and...
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
face of someone kicking your door, it's like, I'm
still
sorry.
professional. Like,
Yeah, definitely. No, definitely. I mean, if 4 doesn't seem right, it doesn't seem right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So yeah, I think 5 there, Dan.
Alright.
Include
I'll
Desperate.
take 1 for the Bleach River and breakfast.
Awesome. And then the gang itself.
Yeah.
One day we will go back to selling drugs, but in the meantime, we have been doing stuff.
We're hawkers? Wait a minute, what?
Acquire
Because what are you? You're not rapes, you're not hawks, you're not murderers.
I'm-
Right now,
I've been working on
you are
drugs.
Del Boys. You are whatever comes your way.
It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
It's
Kind
difficult
of
when all these
mercenaries, I
problems...
guess, probably.
Mercenaries is probably the closest
Yeah,
thing.
mercenaries.
Yeah, absolutely. Vigilantes who aren't on the side of the law.
It's difficult.
Opportunists. You are opportunists.
We are opportunists.
Right, it's very difficult to solve all these problems when there's,
Yeah,
only, two,
absolutely.
there's only 2 of us.
Yeah.
Um,
Easy running the drug cartel.
I know, yeah. Acquire product supply, execute clandestine covert sales, or secure new territory. There was a big mill for that one.
No.
Contend with challenges above your current station. We went to war with fucking
several.
thing,
Yeah,
didn't we?
too.
So, and then bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
I think 1 there, I do. Certainly because the way you handled Marcellus, which I think plays into the whole professional thing. Now, it's not your crew, but again, it's you guys,
me
right?
and Dan
Yeah.
are the crew, aren't we?
Yeah,
basically,
like
at
you're the
this point?
faces, you're the body. So
Yeah.
even it might not be attributed to the Blackwater Exchange, it's attributed to you,
Yeah.
which people would know. Like oh, they hang out in the Centralia Club, don't you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it sort of leads on from like the last episode as well, where Oh, even with like hiring someone when the water rats came to us asking for
And
money,
you
it's
just
like
give
we're
them
not
money.
going to give them money.
Yeah.
We're going to pay someone else
yeah.
to kill the person who's asking for money
Maybe
for doing
two then, in
something.
fact,
I don't know. Like that was quite a professional thing to do in a way. It's like just pay to make the problem go
Maybe,
away.
and
a little bit.
maybe the way that was how you dealt with the grinders was like, yeah. Or maybe the way you deal with the grinders come off in a separate one, depending how this.
Yeah,
goes.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we got there. 3, 4.
I'd say that express goals drives in a conflict or essential
Yes,
nature probably
sure.
gets one for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Just because.
Yeah.
So 4.
We have got bigger in our estimation of our own personal worth, I guess, as a gang because we've gone
We have a lot of money right now.
Yeah,
Like,
you do. 10 of it's
We have a
red.
lot.
Okay, so 4 for our XP, which levels us up with 2 to spare. So we need to decide one of these. I'll make a note and we can talk about it before the
Cool.
next session.
Yeah, sounds
Yep.
good.
XP, what am I doing? XP, level up.
Yeah, you got a lot. How much money you got?
Well, we got 8 in the vault. We got 4 each. Oh, you've only got 3.
I've got
yeah.
3 now. Yeah, I've spent some. We need to get that rep up so we can spend some of this money.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Awesome.
So of the red coins, I've got 4 red. You've got 3 red.
Yeah.
And there's 2 red in the vault.
Sounds good. You will find, as long as you've got other coin, you can never spend all the red coin. That even when you think you've spent it, there's always one there.
Oh, right, so we've always got 8 red coin.
So unless you go to 0 coin, you'll always have 1 red coin.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It's just something you notice. Like you think you have it in your pocket.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
spent that. Then you go home, and you're like, oh, I thought I
You
spent
put them
that.
all out and it's still 8 there.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, no, like they'll go down.
Oh,
But,
right.
like no, I thought I spent that one.
How about
Yeah.
if we go, say if we go below 8 coin to
Yeah.
7 and then we gain another coin, do we then still have 8 red coin?
Well, as long as you've got at 1 coin, at least one of them's red.
Oh, right.
If that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
like,
So we can never spend our last red coin.
unless it's the last one you've got.
Yeah.
It's just something you notice. It's just weird.
It is a bit weird.
Then that you'd be
It's a
like,
bit strange.
you go home, and you're like, I thought I spent. You're like, oh, I spent that. Yeah, the guy needs to change.
Whenever we spend it, is it just like nobody seems to notice or care as well?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm going off what you said in the.
Oh, no one seems to notice it's red.
No one seems to notice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird that.
Yeah. This is like,
How very strange.
it's like, okay, yeah, there's that coin, and you've got that's a not red coin, and then you go home and that one is now red. You're like, I thought I spent that one. That's weird. I must have spent the other one. Yeah. It's nothing obvious. It's just something that, just out of game, you go in game. It's like it was just a bit odd.
Yeah.
But out of game, yeah, just let you know that you can't just burn through that red coin. As long as you've got 1 red coin, there'll always be one.
I've stuck
Good to know.
I've stuck a point in command. I've maxed out on my
We got
resolve.
point command.
So yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine.
Thadeus.
You've got 10 of it. It's plenty of it, right?
True. True, got a lot of red coin.
Yeah, you got a lot of coin from half hour. He
Oh.
asked you how much you wanted. He gave you a little bit more, and you accepted it.
That was fun. Bit more chill, but it was good.
Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for playing.
I really enjoyed this session.
Yeah, it's great fun. Awesome. And thank you for joining us as always. And we will see you next week for more Blades. Yeah. Awesome, guys. I think that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, guys, thank you for joining us. Have a lovely evening, and we'll catch you soon.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.